ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Saba, the Imperator Invictus series here on Lord Mass channel. Which the country is currently known as Yamnat at this time. And we got two things to do. One is to get an alliance of us, because I'm at least going to attempt to, not only improve relations while we build the last few ships of the Navy, and also I'm well aware, I haven't been recording in the past 10 days or so. Took several days off, and there were days where I could have thank you for stability up, where I could have recorded, but circumstances of real life happened, such as didn't sleep well due to severe weather on my end. But I'm all better now. I'm well enough to begin recording again. Alright, hold it right there. As we're on the new year of January, a new year of 991 means new mission. So this is going to be the focus for this, for the rest of this series, in fact. Arabian dreams, myrrh, incense, spices, silver and gold. An unfathomable amount of high-end trade passes through our realm, giving birth to our dream to become so rich as to be the envy of the gods themselves. So the completion criteria is that this mission will be considered complete once we establish control over the Horn of Africa and once we find Arabia. So we'll start that in just a moment. Look at the size of this mission tree compared to the last one with the return of the Sabian kingdom. This has double the amount of tasks to do to control all of Arabia and Punt. And this one side here, well, we can't do that in securing the trade routes. We're quite far away from that as of yet, before we get to the girls. And this is where we will start. Arabian dreams. For our dreams to become a reality, we must conquer the regions to our north and to our south. Punt and the entirety of Arabia are rightfully ours. In 180 days' time, we will get a claim on Punt and Arabia as a whole. So, let's do that. It'll be done in June. And also, I'm aware that here in the province of Catawba, there's all these trading ports along with some of the other provinces that I'm not utilizing. The reason I haven't done so is because I have a bad habit of being tunnel vision, of me being focused on the task while neglecting some other provinces. But don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. Once we deal with a few tasks, then I'll start with importing a bunch of trade goods, especially more so that we have expanded the diplomatic range to reach the Indian realms to get some more goods from them. And as well as from the Ptolemaic Kingdom, if they ever get their act together. The Admiral of the Second Navy. Larry grant you stipends. Stipends, I don't know how you pronounce that. And this is the man who runs the army. Bribe him. Come over here. As soon as the ship's built, we're going to transport you to the main line. They do not have enough men to get this fortress down. But there's another way to improve relations further, and that is to befriend the man himself. Now that Khalid II Hazragi has brought peace and prosperity to Yamnat, our Malik ominously announced that we are going to turn our attention outward. This far outward. Claims have appeared on large swaths of land, covering the territories ranging from Punt to the rest of Arabia. Our levies, eager to the chance to spoil the rich lands of our neighbors, have been practicing offensive maneuvers in preparation. We shall conquer all that stand before us. And let's give this man a lot of money. It's sent a lavish religious delegation. Now, go pick up our men from Punt and put them in the mainland. Hey, since it costs less to move slaves, can we move a few? So many was personal bodyguard. Because we want to colonize there, but needs to be of Sabian culture. Oh, none of you are. I hear you. But the problem is, women are old. Get to here. Best friends. Such a gift, just simply for measure. We're quite a long way from making him a tribal vassal. Yes, we have a cast spell against you because of, you know, our Arabian dreams, but I would like to get you in before any more harm comes to you. Well, there's a way in dealing with such things. Also switch commanders to somebody more suitable for that matter. Rebellion of the Himyar. Himyarites will unbelievable news. The war-loving Himyarites who have never accepted their status within Yamnat have launched a rebellion that threatens our way of life. To arms! Sound the trumpets and prepare for combat. And you see these areas, these are the areas that's where the Himyaric culture is dominant. Which means, as it happens, this is going to become an independent nation. Devastating news. It seems that unbeknownst to Khalid II, who was away on campaign, a secret plot was hatched back home. The gathering of disaffected tribesmen flocked to the banners of the Himyarites under the leadership of one, Hiram Ali, who promises to overthrow Caleb and restore the traditional ways of our people. The rebels have been gathering gold and weapons for almost a year now, and have launched their rebellion in the middle of the night, which has quickly gathered support in places which we would not have expected. We have to fight for our lives. Oh my goodness. Look, if you were to switch and play as Himyar, I mean, good luck with that, because the amount of nation building we've done for the first 10 episodes of this series, you can never defeat them, especially when the tribal bastards are going to come after you. They're going to come to their defense. I don't care how good of you are, you'll be fighting levies. Fighting with levies against legions. Impossible. So I'll say, I'll have your head, and I'll display it above my capital. There was a rebellion here. It says we are victorious. Nobody died here, so the Yemeni state of Himyar has declared war on us. Prepare for battle. Yamnat, Tazim, Kidda, Juba, and Nabatea have all rallied together to defend in this war. So we've lost partial control of Kataba, only in the major cities of Saraka and Oculus of the Belt. So too did Safa. Don't worry, we are winning, even though our forces are split. Made short work of them. What are you waiting for? Get going, get moving. Take this provincial capital. Just follow down the road. Shit, what are we short on? Wild game. Slip us of that. Well, there's a reason why I have not utilized the trade import thing, because I knew this was gonna happen. I did some research on it prior. And once we have this all settled down, then I'm gonna put a bunch of imports on it. Just to increase our income further. Well, hey. With you on our side, maybe the opinion will look better on us. Yeah, the provincial capital is there, but we don't want to harm the... Malik is expected to be the patron of the arts. Artistic depictions of the Malik cement legacy in the eyes of the people. Styled in the manner of popular gods and heroes among these sculptures, paintings, and murals, often worth a hefty price. We must not neglect the arts. So I would highly recommend not to play as Himyar if you're doing one of those things. Especially that we did some moving around the population where culturally, you know, the Himyaric live there. Especially that we've been moving people around. Go chase them down. They're going to Punt. Deploy the Navy. Because they're gonna try to block. Stop them. That's Nabatea. I thought it was the Himyaric Navy. But I didn't see any ships. Gonna catch you. Got them all. So that's a bit of alternate history here. Had the Himyars failed on the rebellion. Even though historically the Himyars formed their own kingdom themselves and they got their own fascinating history themselves. But I don't think they have a mission tree of their own, as far as my knowledge is concerned. Everybody together. Please remember, they also inherited the Desert Citadels thing from us. Oh, 12 pops that's been captured, and 5 of them died. Not what I wanted to see when it happens to our, within our own land. Well, we got them. Tiny bit of aggressive expansion don't hurt. So now that we've crushed the ill-advised Himyarite rebellion, we must do what we can to make sure that this never happens again. So, on completion, we've gained additional 25 military experience, and the head of the Himyarites appears on our treasury. And the provincial effects, if in a holy site, is integrated culture happiness up. The sun has barely risen over Mariaba, but Khalif Saragi is already walking down to the city gates, lips pursed tightly. High above the portcullis, the severed head of the leader of the Himyarite rebellion is impaled upon a long spear. Its missing lower jaw gives the head a terrifying appearance. A swarm of flies cover the skull, and the oppressive desert air is rank with the stench of rotting bodies, causing Khalid to lift the cloth to his mouth in disgust. Gesturing to the guards, Khalid signals that the head is to be taken down, and moments later it's been placed in a ceramic box. This gruesome work complete, Lake heads back to the palace, clutching the chest tightly. Anyone who treads down the road of treason will receive a similar fate. And before we look at the other tasks that are to be completed, here comes another military tradition for us. We had a camel defense up, but now camel morale and light cavalry morale up. It's a Morua, often translated as manliness or virility. Morua was a value of paramount importance in Bedouin culture, as it remains today. We're going to keep going down this path, especially as it relates to all things camels, because the camel is the backbone of the Arabian army. Well, we're not quite Arabian yet, but we're still Yamnat, not Himyar. Back to your fort. Perhaps the next place that we should expand is to get up there and defeat the Tasmat revolt for them. Go help them. That's gonna be you. In fact, we'll surround them. So position yourself here, and actually we should provide you quick transport to them. They didn't give us access, but I know the others do. Yeah. Down here. I'm gonna pick you up and I'm gonna take you up there. Center of Arabian culture. The Southern Kingdom have excelled at architecture for a long time and have built many buildings, but not all Arabian people have made such advances in centuries past. Now that we are one realm, many flock to our capital of Mariaba. Once they leave, the visitors take their impressions of grandeur and splendor with them to their homelands where they enact on them. Many a temple or marketplace that they've seen here has been replicated elsewhere. Mariaba is a metropolis. It has 10 buildings. And the permanent effect that Mariaba has is the Arabian center of culture, further increasing the population promotion speed, migration attraction, as well as the population assimilation speed, and as well as the local noble desired ratio up. While the well-traveled among us like to brag about the famous places that they visit, like Alexandria or Athens, many mention Mariaba in the same breath. Over the years, our capital has become the equal of many of the fabled cities in the world, with all acknowledging that our city is the center of Arabian culture. We invite you to come stay for a while and experience our hospitality. Yes. It's one of the great cities of our age. It's the land of plenty. Food can never run short here, even during the winter months. And as it continues to increase, even though I still encourage people to please get out of here and try to go somewhere else along the province. Well, that's just me. Meanwhile, standing army. Although our levies are unmatched, by obtaining a standing army, we will be able to train these forces year-round. There are many important reasons that we should build a legion. So Yamnat gains legion efforts, so discipline up, and legion maintenance cost down for the next 300 months. It could be argued that Yamnati society has become more martial over the years, with military virtues being praised by all classes. Our army, the size of which has grown immensely over the years, undoubtedly casts a long shadow over the political affairs of Mariaba. This army is the literal foundation of our freedom. Now down there, these two paths, you need to have a legion with 10 camel units and a legion with 10 horse archer units. Well, crud! I kind of mixed these up a bit. You know, 5 of these. Yeah, we can fix this. We can add this. Yeah, add composition, that's what you can do here. Okay. So this one is going to have the 10 camels, but here's the problem. You can only support more cohorts. Okay. Can't remove them. we'll have to go deal with that later. We'll deal with these two later. And plus, these are permanent effects. So we're gonna go take care of the little Tasman revolt issue. Meanwhile, not all of Arabia Felix is under our control. Because there are some areas that remains depopulated. Especially this part, which we'll go have to take care of that in the future. And Lemanonia as well. We've got plenty of work to do, so things will stand, alright? Go to defeat the little revolt, and then we're going to do some army reform here. Now that we got you back in, I'm sorry for the mess. I'm going to give you 5 grain. One more. Okay. That'll solve your little food problem. Now, get the more valuable goods in here, like spices. What else? What else? Cinnabar. Cinnabar! Hey! Blast. Makes me want to invest again, but where do you get the Cinnabar from? Armenia. Well, in the trade with them. Oh, we'll get you later. I believe there's another way of doing that. Just give me a moment. Just thought of it. Okay, anyways. Look further. Cephalon, that's just civilization. Oh, that's from a revolt. Well, consider this as a temporary investment. Gemstones. Okay, anywhere else? I'm willing to get more in. Jade from all the way from Bactria. And these, but I'm still going for them. Especially here in Karna. This is one of the centers of trade area. See? Regional center of trade. Gotta do something about that. Precious metals going in. 'Cause there's plenty of those. Okay. Remember, we make 50 a month. And the total now is 53. See? You gotta utilize the goddamn import values that we've been increasing lately. Get on board. Take you there and drop you off, and put you in position to the Tasman revolt capital. And tell them to give us access. Do you want to become a great warrior yourself? We'll have a think about it. Well, keep going up. We're gonna go conquer this place for you. That's what we have planned. We're going to take advantage of the situation to put an end to it, and then get them in here as a tribal vassal. And this would also reduce the border distance between us. And then we got you in, and problem solved. The barricade reforms. The poor, numerous, downtrodden, have long argued for inclusion in the great armies of Yamnat. After generations of repression, one man has risen to challenge the status quo and to represent the interests of the lower classes. Buddha Bariki, who is the admiral, who many argue that one of the greatest minds of our generation, holds a crucial stance in our court, walking a fine line between populism and nobility, whilst retaining credibility among his peers. Ever an innovative thinker, he has tabled a proposition demanding that the complete overhaul of our recruitment policies, allowing greater inclusion of the lower classes in matters of state, military. Such a radical reform is sure to have consequences whichever stance we take. Woohoo! I don't give a damn what these people think, but we must modernize. Do it! Look at you. Little charisma. You're aggressive. Oh, we want someone like you in our rank. Whenever you become the ruler. I might name you as primary heir. So, popularity up and legitimacy up. Also, take it easy with it. Just encourage trade. As much as I'd like to get another piece of that cinnabar from Armenia, as long as nobody got it from them, screw it. I'll invest here. Because I want its benefits. I don't want to wait for free private investments. Get moving. To your post. And I'm also going to still expand the Navy by building even more ships. We need another class of medium ships that's to be utilized. Shit, it's too late. There it is. Cinnabar from Armenia. They don't care. Good. This adds loyalty to our governors. That's the benefit. Well, they've been expanding northwards, so they must have found cinnabar through there. Correct? No, it's from there. And they have that too. Well, Iberian Revolt has it. Again, rare resource. Not found in Central Asia or India, or Africa for that matter, or even Arabian Peninsula. It's a thing of beauty. Murdered. You guilty son of beeswax. Damn, you're so good at your job, but you will have to do. Not worried about legitimacy anymore. So remember, your mission now is to take care of the Tasman revolt. Yamnat, they say, knows no bounds. And to say that or despises Khalid would be a gross understatement. My damn admiral. He made his intentions clear after he's seen prowling about the state of Khalid, presumably looking for weakness. The public may very well catch wind of this embarrassing situation. I'll call him out publicly. This option is available because I'm having a higher finesse than the target. He's not a popular man, you know. You know, that kind of gave me a thought. If we have enough political influence, that is. Gee, what do I want? From the Chola realm? Why the hell not? Oh, grand theaters. For population assimilation speed to go faster. Regarding regional trade, that costs that much political influence to upgrade these? Especially here in Mariaba. More local imports. Use that. Oculus is great and all, but Mariaba is our capital, so why don't we just upgrade this trade center? After 2 years' time, local tax increase, and so is the import routes to get whatever we need. Well, I should have done this earlier instead of wasting the political influence on that, so we should use it for that. And for Punt, we have this and that. And Abyssinia has become a bit more important city these days. Give it another port. Apparently I must have missed that. Hang on. We can fix this. Get more valuables in here. Oh, and some grain, you know, just in case. No impoverished can continue to increase. Yeah, you were looking at your own governorship. You weren't looking at Punt. Oh, Ceylon. Oh my goodness. Alright. Grand Theater here. Meanwhile, get him in here. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. Yamnat. Yeah. Give him a couple of grain. Food comes first. Before we get some valuables in here. Aha. Now I have to get the less than valuable ones here. Get a theater and a granary. Food storage isn't the best in this province, but just in case, give him 2 grain. Some wine. Just want to keep it in good faith with the Carthaginians. So again, we make 55 a month, and after all these imports, now we make 59. Okay, in position, but await your. Just wait until they are at Shari, and then we'll begin the war against the Tasman revolt by capturing their territories. Because they're at it again. Right, let's begin. This is gonna be for us. I don't give a damn what you people think. Yeah, Kendo's a feudatory now. 2 client states. We're taking over. There'll be others to come help us. And we got barbarians on the loose, but I wouldn't stress about it. Honestly, I think you're the breadwinner. You'll be the primary heir. Let me see. Kilabat, I anoint you as the new primary heir. Not the coordination ceremony is meant to be one of the grandest and most memorable events of a lifetime. But not all coordinations are equal. While everyone's going through the motions expected of them, there are whispers among the onlookers. The fact that Khalid II will remain at the reins of the country, with Kilabat sharing the title causing ridicule in the streets, was also inspiring far less savory emotions in the royal palace. They will accept it in time, whether they like it or not. She'll be the first Malikat. I don't know how you pronounce that for a female ruler in Arabic language. Thank you for assisting us with this siege. We're going to take care of the problem soon. So for reference, I'm going to try to subjugate the desert tribes after we take care of this matter. Which also means we have to take care of Samad. But for the empty lands, all that we'll have to deal with in the future. Oh yeah, I also never showed you the head of the Himyarites. Where are you? There you are. The severed head of the later Himyarite rebellion inspires locals to not repeat its mistakes. Increased integrated culture happiness. Be sure to move some pops around in the future. When this falls, prepare to engage him. Go for assistance from our ally. I don't need the manpower right now, but can have him share some wisdom with us. Go get him. Right? Get him. Trying to call for peace. There could be no peace unless you're all eliminated. We got them all. One remains. But I believe in actuality, oh hell. Needs to be adjacent to our land. That's the issue here. Unless we can make them a tribal vassal of our own. If we can't get them because we're not connected to any of our territories. I believe it's the best to get rid of them entirely. But I think making them a tribal vassal would be good. Wonder what happens. You know, them to work for us, and then does that mean we have to fight Tessin too? Because I kind of, you know, did something screwy. 70 a month. Remember, we can't take controlled territories because they're not adjacent to us. So we should instead make them a tribal vassal to us, because it'll be proper. Now, what does that make you? It'll stop the war, okay. One little thing. You'll become a tribal vassal to us too. At least that'll stop this stupid nonsense with the infighting between both of you. Now get down here and come back home. Wait till January 2nd. Pilgrim. We got you. I'm happy now. So we got this under our control now. It's subjugated desert tribes, but we cannot complete this yet until we Unite the Arabian Felix by fighting against Samad. Damn fool. Especially you're all low on food, so get to home. The Admiral, that man. Keep it up with increasing the influence. You're doing very good. Which, want to bring them home? Did the Jadis sell their territories to Tazim? Is that what happened here? Nicodemus, in his capacity as general, is using his own personal funds to augment the size of his signed army. We're unsure to applaud his initiative or about his intentions behind his actions. Nonsense, doing a fine job. I actually find that concerning. Because I am trying to, well, do this part of the mission which involves, increasing the size of our war camels and horse archer units so we can get its benefits. But obviously that requires a lot of manpower to be used. It'll go as ordered. So to push the north part, that'll be easy. Just integrate Nabatea. Juba and Lanata. Integrate Juba. And you've got them. And fortify the caravan routes for that. Patra, which I don't think that's part of Arabia. That's part of Canaan. We do not have claims on Canaan, because I wouldn't be too fond of fighting a war against the Ptolemaic kingdom. I would only take that opportunity should there ever be another civil war between them. Now you got a disloyal navy and a disloyal army. Not something you wanted to see. But I wouldn't stress about it. But this we can handle. Reward the veterans with this large amount of money, which thankfully, thanks to our trade, that we make so much that this wouldn't be an issue. And if it ain't enough, then bribe the man. Oh, there goes the cinnabar. Now it belongs to the Armenian revolt. Great. Sit there and gather your foodstuffs. But I also have a feeling that I'm gonna have to disband these armies because I need to do this. It's like this army is gonna be the one for the horse archers, and the army of Punt is gonna be one for the camels. Just need to sort it out. Unless, hang on. Unless you want to put them away and then disband parts of it. Yeah, there you go. That's much better rather than disband a whole. I mean, good God, that's kind of, you know. No need for that. Basically, we're doing a little bit of military reform here. Oh, and by the way, that further increased income is actually due to Navy's not under my control, so I don't have to pay them for the maintenance. Okay, let's get to work. Horse archers stay. Get rid of the camels. Not all. Legion with 10 horse archer units. 1, 2, and then you're out of here. And which means, in the Arabian Felix, we can add 2 more horse archers. Can only support 3 cohorts. We'll get rid of another camel then. Can you get rid of this? What's her name? I got it. You're a hard one to please. Get back in here. Give me the loyalist. Okay. Yeah, there you go. There is one more card to Sergeant I. He'll become more veteran attached to character, increasing his power base. Yeah, go ahead. Didn't comply. Standard chance of success. Failed to convict that man and may start a mini civil war with him and his camels. Huh. Right. We'll be on standby, wherever he may be going. So, where are you going? All the way to Bagan. Okay. Have fun with you and your camels. Because I gotta get that man on trial to get rid of him. Which, you know, you get the tyranny up, he'll be very disloyal. And fail to convict that man, get that man back on our side. Yeah. Take all the damn money. Again, I need to get rid of the damn camels, but the way to get rid of them is get this man on trial. It's stupid, I know, but we gotta give it a try. Plus, I got charisma and a popularity. The atmosphere is a darkened court as the accused is brought head-hanging before the Malik. Him, the author of several tactical treatises, has finally gone one step too far. And this is a trial about the damn camels. I'm just chuckling because it's absurd to get rid of the character to disband an unit to get more horse archers in just to complete the task. Keen to expedite the trial, the examiner formally addresses Malik Khalid, asking what crime he stands accused of. Oh, you don't want to get too high, tyranny. We got good enough stability. Because he's got low popularity, and I said the people demand it. No other crime is required. So increase the success chance by a moderate amount. Time passes as the bellicose rivals attempt amateur character assassination against him. He grows visibly more anxious as the tirade continues, until suddenly, and to the surprise of all present, he leaps up and makes a dash for the nearest exit. The sudden pandemonium is cut short. He actually runs directly into Malik Khalid, both ending up sprawled upon the floor. That wretch, guilty as sin. And you know, I was ailing, but I was becoming a bit healthy, but since you just bumped into me, there goes my health. So now we have a high chance of success, but now our success chance increased by a moderate amount. Now I'm in poor health after I took that big bump. As the hours draw on, members of the court begin to grow weary with the constant questioning, Overhaul, and drama. Waka finally takes the floor, waxing lyrical on the subject, his eternal loyalty to Yamnat. As he speaks, a curious smile crosses his face. It seems that whilst drawing up the details of the accusation, our examiners neglected to check the whereabouts of him on the eve of supposed criminal activity, when he was in fact visiting tennis on a diplomatic mission. That's in Punt. City-state. Who gives a damn about that? So I'll just say, let it be known that they're all liars down there. But this is just to increase our success, not this way where it decreases. They're all liars, damn you. The court falls deathly silent as the magistrate clears his throat and falters, pipes a reading voice. Finds Waka guilty of all charges. The entire building shakes in an uproar of all present. The court guards seize him and march him away to the dungeon. His fate is ours to decide now. Success! And you know, that guy, he's a minor character. So he's removed from command and leaves that legion alone. And we imprison him, and my popularity goes up. Better chance of getting rid of the tyranny. So the stability drop was worth it. Now get rid of these blasted camels. And get the horse archers in. Confirm the change. That's step 1. Mounted archery. Some of the finest stallions found anywhere in the world come from our territories, and we are well aware of the deadly effect that horse archers can have on an enemy line. We must prepare our mounted horsemen for wars to come, so all of our horse archers now have a permanent effect for increased discipline and morale. So in future wars, they will hit hard. The sound of hundreds of hooves beating a deadly rhythm is the first and sometimes the only sign that our enemies get before the air is filled with thousands of missiles. Moments later, a growing crescendo of the flying arrows becomes impossibly loud, zipping left and right and dropping bodies like flies. There is no escape, only death that strikes from a distance. Our horse archers are the stuff of nightmares indeed. If you want to live, surrender. You cannot flee from my horses. As I said, we were doing a tiny bit of military reform here. Now it's Punt's turn. Needs 5 more camels. What animal is like the camel? The so-called ship of the desert, able to travel long distances without the need of water. A truly fascinating beast. The camel has long been an important part of our military forces. Let's get to work. What the problem is that that man's got a couple of loyal cohorts. Recently rewarded veterans, and we can't do that again until a year later or so. So, my idea is just to get rid of the light infantry, just trim it down. Well, there's only one. Lord to Nicodemus. In fact, it's not that. No. Actually, we can get this done. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, have it disband. And now. Get the camels in. Now we need to get rid of 2 more light infantry units. Yes, sir. 1 and 2. Punt is the camel army, and Arabian Felix is the horse archer army, with a few additional camels. So now we have a permanent effect of war camels. This does not increase the discipline like it did for the horse archers, but it will increase the offense and defense, rather than discipline and morale. While some people laugh at the idea of a galloping camel charging into battle, their chuckles turn into screams of abject terror when our cavalry smashes their lines. Thanks to the specialized training that our war camels received, our mounted units are said to be the deciding factor in many difficult engagements. You underestimate the camel at your peril. As I stated, a little bit of military reform hurts nobody. We need 20 of these. We need 20 of these ships. You know, to drag us a bit slower, but hold shift. Wait, which is it again? Hang on. Is it? Also, you may want to move to Adan for come here. Oh, look at you! Hey, you're the former Imperator rebel. You could be our secret weapon. In case that man gets too disloyal. I don't think I have that many friends, do I? Oh no, you got plenty. I'll probably have to befriend that Imperator man. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You got it. Samad got themselves in a bit of tiny party. And Moria is allied with Samad. Oh, that's concerning. Because they're the ones with huge populations. But our navy could defeat theirs if any attempt to make transport to them. Especially if we have to get to the Strait of Hormuz to block them. If we could take control of their ports. It's going to be the way to do that. But we should be bared well in mind that they're on a more in decline still. Oh, why not? Need more fluid guard fluids for future use. The governor of Arabian Maritime is a particularly weasel-like man. Fails to make himself clear now more than ever. He's got to stir out the people of his governorate, perhaps hoping to challenge our rule. Unfortunately, he's well regarded in his locale. Our response has to be made with care. We cannot move against him. Not yet, at least. Ptolemaic Civil War ends. You know, when we expand eventually up towards the lands of the Ptolemaic Kingdom, I don't know about Kush, but there are also potential enemies for expansion. Get the Cinnabar again. I think Armenia got it back. Yep. Does it? If you do, the Syrian kingdom is a client state. Basically, what little is left of that used to be the Seleucid Empire, they'll do nothing to us. But Moria, however, I'm gravely concerned. They have a population much larger than ours, but they're on a more in decline. Should wait for the day that there'll be a civil war. So I guess you could try to relax. But I believe the only way to defeat Moria is to make sure that their navy, although I think most of them are just there, try to sail a long way around to there, onto their end. Well, we have to beat them at the sea. Saba becomes a world port. Alternatively, let me see. We often have issues with supply limits, and more innovation will come soon. So, the world port thing can wait. Just want more supplies. That's the only way for us to. You know, we're going to be expanding a lot more and fighting deserts often and other places. So it would be wise to increase the supply limit. But I could see the Navy may become more important whenever we fight against either the Ptolemaic Kingdom or, oh, especially Parthia. Now, Parthia is more scarier than Moria, to be real honest. In fact, I think they're the strongest nation on Earth, yes. Rome's in revolt. Oh! Where is Rome? Rome is reduced to these. Charisma up. Fleeing a dreadful war with Kush, an important number of important dignitaries. The man just escaped to our lands, hoping to find refuge. Our advisors recommend against them giving us asylum due to the fragile political circumstances in our region. And indeed, much favor may be gained with Christian Road to finish the job for them. None of you are talented to me. Put them to death. Crucified in agony. So we're gonna take our time with this. And hopefully the alliance between Samad and Moria break up. Because I don't like it. We're far away from any considering of any client states. Things like that. But I fear Parthia. Because if they ever go to war against Samad, this would lower our chances of uniting the Arabian Peninsula, because there's just no way we can defeat them. Never. That's basically the final boss, one would think. But the military tech is far less advanced than ours. Moria's as much, but... Oof. We just gotta hope that they're gonna be busy with some other conflict that nobody gives a damn about. So we gotta keep an eye on it. While we will continue to expand our navy to be as great as Parthia. I'll take the tyranny. He was my friend. Here you go. Even though your stateship is crap and you're gonna screw up something, I'm bound to know it. Yipe. Gonna need to befriend this man. Befriend, I hear me out. Just need him on my side, then you begin drilling. Yeah. This is gonna be out for my personal funds. God damn it, fam. What have you done? At least I can afford it. Commissioner's sculpture is on it. Throwing more money at it. Oh, stretching. Next time, perhaps. Give him a gift. Made another ally. Moria's got a lot of friends, huh? Alright, now that we have you on my side, suggest that you start drilling. And don't worry, I like you too. Send adventuring. For what? Oh, mercenary. Oh, no. You're good. You've been good to me. You know, you're a bit cautious. So I suggest you start drilling too. Preparation for future conflict. City-state that nobody gives a damn about. Maybe we should go take care of Memnonia rather than Samad. It's been suggested that Yamnat could make more money if we pursue the sales of incense, which everyone loves and needs for religious purposes. We have bushes that are local to the region to produce sweet-smelling tar. When the flowers are dried and prepared into potpourri, it smells quite delightful. Should you undertake a massive initiative to start growing incense bush, which hopes to sell? Katabia, which produces stones. Yeah, we shall do it. This area here, let's move to it, and build a reservoir for the production of slaves needed for surplus. More money from there. Still waiting for something to happen to Moria, and then we'll declare war against Samad and try to get as much territory as humanly possible and leave the rest to the Parthians and just hope to goodness rebels defeated loyalists. That's a first. Rome is about as big as Parthia. Weak-willed, tactically flexible. Never mind. Yeah. That's why she's there and you're not. Too bad I can't bleed arms yourself unless we further increase the population, which there are ways to do it. Wouldn't stress about it. Waiting for Moria to start a war somewhere. The strangest thing is happening in Mariaba. Animals have gathered around them, knighted down in what is a peculiar sight. This must be the sign from the gods. Still waiting for the, you know. Epileptic, that explains his very poor health. This one's gonna be there. I'm just hoping that Parthia does not start a war against Samad. Because Parthia has no friends other than itself. Parthia is the strongest nation on Earth, but yet it could be underestimated. Especially that we are far more advanced in military tech. Still waiting because it could fight anybody it sees. War averted. They folded a threat from the Iranian great power Parthia and gave them territory. Now they have the power to threaten war, you know? They did that against Kamana. Or whomever. Again, threaten war is basically, it allows countries to take a territory from another without fighting a war against them. They accept the chosen territory will be transferred in exchange for aggressive expansion. Like, say, if I were to do that to those guys, but they wouldn't accept that. It's too valuable for them. Another reason why you gotta be afraid of Parth. Seems that Aisha, which has been expanding lately, still a federated tribe. But, again, I'm just deathly afraid of Parthia. But not too much for Moria now. Which is why we're drilling our armies to just prepare for, a possible regional-wide war. We'll have one more ship built, and then we'll be ready for what's to come. And if you're desperate, you can always hire mercenaries. That's why all this is going to be the focus here. So we got Knight Arabia Felix, and then expand it to Omana, take Gurha, and all that. So we need to control this side before we go in further. They got a good sized population that would be definitely complement ours. I'm going to need them to get them ready in position. Again, I feel like I may have to cut this episode short, knowing that if I were to start that war, whenever it explodes, basically, then I'll be most willing to, put a stop to it and save the next episode for this. You think it would be ideal if we just get the next couple of innovations? Just focus on the Navy. Like this. Yeah, discipline for all the ship types to go up, yeah. Let's do that. Just for morale, coming up. Discipline for our light ships. And then, a little bit eventually, discipline for our medium ships. And also, ship damage taken will be lessened, while increasing our naval range a bit. Because our naval range is not enough to blockade the Strait of Hormuz for a good long while, but perhaps a tiny bit of naval range may help it, but I can't guarantee it. They have 22 ships that we can handle. We can take care of the Morian fleet, but it'll take a long while for them to march all the way there and then have our navy blockade the strait to prevent them from going in, and then they'll have to go through Parthia, and on the way then they'll fight us. But obviously that would be a race against time sort of thing. So for reference, be in position here. So now we have discipline for light ships. Again, I want the Navy to perform better in combat in the future should we ever engage in a war with Parthia at the sea. Okay, they are engaged in some small war against them. The land where the Kurds lived. Wow. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting for something to happen with Moria. When they start a war, declare war against Samad. And try to swallow up as much territory as possible. Don't give a damn about aggressive expansion change when that happens. And in preparation for all this, we should go over there meanwhile, we should go up there. Again, may cause attrition, so no, we didn't build a road there. Frantic reports of Mandeb pouring in from everywhere. As terrified populace realized that there was a giant crack in the Mandeb Dam. We're gonna have to intervene, or else we're gonna have a major disaster on our hands. By all means, we absolutely are here to help. So, decision will be available to repair the damage. So there's damage down, causing lowered population growth and food modifier. If the dam isn't repaired soon, the damage will get worse and costly repair, which could culminate in the Mandeb Dam getting destroyed. We do have the money for it, thank goodness. The Mandeb Dam provides life-giving water in abundance to our nation. But our engineers have indicated the dam needs to be repaired as soon as we can afford to do so. Spend the money on it, and we'll get rid of the negative modifiers. Very good. Mamnonia can wait. Samad's more important. Ugh. You got a good marshal. Okay, I think I found a spot for you. Hang on. Give him this. And, replace one. You already done a damn thing. There's room for you. You're one of the good ones. Oh, seeking a spouse for yourself. Well, Hope you find a good match. Meanwhile, I'm nervous! Because if I declare war, they're gonna come over here. Not worried about the Syrian kingdom, that's a remnant. Or just trying to think of a proper word. That is a rump state. Moria's the big one. And you ought to be worried about. Don't worry, they'll back you up. I'm not gonna wait till Moria starts, but I fear so many things could happen. While Party will make short work of them, which they are. And you know, you're right. What's going on down there? Sure. Who's your man? Aggressive but uncouth. We get that sometimes. Keep going. By the time we reach the water here, get back over here. Well, actually, you know, if you're gonna be prepared for something like this, we should do some scouting around a little. See what they got. True ruler. There you go. Get my reputation up. Hopefully I'll be around longer to get this. Children get more skill points. So now the question is, where's their fleet? Yatu. Hang on, isn't Yatu one of the territories that needs a fortress? Yatu. No! Divert the resources to something more useful. Like a foundry. Just explore more horses. And get a grand theater, will ya? A library, why not? And we'll end this video soon. If If they're not there, then we got a problem. Yeah, we got a problem. I do not see their fleet. That means they're further up on the coast. Perhaps Tylos. Or whatever's left of Gara. Am I willing to gamble on something like this? Well, Moria had to risk a civil war, but that's gone now. Because the longer we wait, this gives more chance to Parthia to look down on Samad and say, hey, give these back. And then he's gonna want more. In fact, I may entire conquer nation. Not if I do that first. Alright? So you've got to take the Fa. In fact, these are the regions we have to take. Aggressive expansion be damned. You gotta take everything. Gerha and Olmana. We have to defeat them. And do it quickly. Before the Morians could do real damage against us. They may not have the ships because we have the reason to believe that most of them are probably in Patliputra. And would take a long time to try to transport some of their troops across. And if we manage to find them, we'll find them and sink them. Simple as that. And I recall there's this other mission somewhere. Yeah, here it is. This one. For future reference. And we gotta go into the Horn soon. By taking care of Mamnonia after we're done with Samad, because that's the more important one. And then expanding towards Aksum, because they're going to be an issue. Kush is another mighty nation that is equal to ours, but we are more clever. And we have further military advances than any of them do. Because look at our monthly research and its efficiency. Can't beat that. And even just before the beginning of the... actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Okay, I want to end the episode right on that. To get this. When our ships are engaged in naval combat, they'll take less damage. And the range? Pay attention. Look here. Okay. There's another way to increase the range further. But this increases more than the other. There we go. Now we can go as far as there. Without making any issue. So let's actually take one last look before we officially end the episode. Any ships parked there? Parked. Docked! Docked is the word. No, not there. That means they're further in this way. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we'll end the episode on that. As I said, I'm cutting this short. Because in the next episode, we're going to have to get all of Samad, with the exception of Aenis, Taxiana, and Arisana. We'll leave that to the Parthian wolves. And the Assyrian kingdom, well, I'm not going to expand it. They're going to leave them alone. That's for Parthia for them to eat up as well. So I'm taking a big, awful risk with this. Unless I get cold feet, it depends on how it's going to look. So we'll hope you join us in the next episode, because this is a big gamble. The biggest gamble to grab all of this before Parthia intervenes and before the might of the Mauryan levies and legions that would be sending after us. And hopefully countries like Chola would take advantage of the situation, but Chola does not have a cast spell on Moria, so oh boy. We'll see what happens. See you in the next episode, but until then, so long for now.